something that no mouse could get through. Yet somehow, the convoys of Vietnamese military trucks carrying thousands of tons of goods still traveled normally to support the southern battlefield, and no one could stop them. The McNamara electronic barrier was designed by 47 brilliant minds from the United States, with a construction cost of up to $2 billion at that time. That's why it was the weapon that made the United States extremely confident in their attempt to cut off the supply line from North to South Vietnam. The most common and talked about device at that time was the tropical tree, which was dubbed the ground sensor. This was a type of device that the US dropped to capture signals from the ground using 4 antennas around it. All sounds of laughter, conversation, or movement that caused vibrations on the ground were recorded and transmitted back to the command center. Immediately after 1 minute, aircraft would be deployed to attack, and when they attacked it was a carpet bombing, so almost no one could escape. All supply trucks supporting the southern battlefield had to cease operations and fell into a deadlock. The question now is how to solve this problem. The problem was devised by the brains of the 47 most brilliant geniuses in America. Whether walking or driving, you would be exposed, there was no way to hide, not to mention having to transport goods as well. However, in the end, the Vietnamese troops managed to find the weakness of ground reconnaissance by deploying engineering troops. By going out to inspect before each cargo transport, tying its 4 antennas together immediately neutralized the product of the 47 best brains in America, and it even became a weapon that countered back. On the passes where the engineering troops wanted to open roads, they would place tropical plants there and create fake signals for American bombs to plow through. After the Americans finished plowing, all that was needed was to bring out bulldozers to level it again. Before any major battles where we wanted to deplete the enemy's forces, we would take tropical plants and drop them at a pre-selected location. Then we would have trucks pull a large amount of metal through. In places without metal, we would carry empty barrels. All the barrels would collide loudly, making the Americans think that there were many Vietnamese troops marching there, prompting them to call in planes to drop bombs. However, the problem was that after the bombing, the command center would receive information that another large convoy was passing through the same location. This happened repeatedly, leading them to question which was the real supply convoy and which were the deceptions created by the Vietnamese troops for those 47 brilliant minds. The more they bombed, the more confused they became, not knowing if their bombing was achieving anything or just wasting resources. The American pilots felt extremely frustrated with the information reported from the ground because most of it was misleading. Some American soldiers even joked among themselves that it seemed like Vietnam could interfere with the control systems at their command headquarters.